Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Honey Feast, it is the raw and unfiltered hot honey. You know, I see this a lot. People suggest putting honey on ice cream, which to me is just weird. Like, I don't think those go together. I don't think very cold temperatures and honey are a thing. It just, I mean, to a degree, you can mix honey into yogurt, and that's okay-ish. But on ice cream, I just don't see it. I have had those together, by the way. I have tried it. It just, I don't like it. So I don't know. So we have pollen, propolis, and royal jelly in here. Chili peppers. It doesn't say which ones. My guess is... I don't actually know. Could be cayenne. That gets used a lot. Usually if it's any of the higher heat ones, they will make it a point to say what those are. Yep, looks like honey. Oh, it does have that sort of raw honey flavor to it. And if you haven't had raw honey as opposed to like a pasteurized or processed one, there's a pretty phenomenal difference between the two. This one appears to at least have been filtered, though. It's pretty clean. Sometimes you'll see some of the honeys with like bee parts and stuff still in it. Which I'm happy that they didn't leave in. Very honey-colored honey. This one's a sort of a darker golden look, but I don't see really anything that I would say is pepperish in there particularly. Well, it looks good enough to eat, so let's just do that. So I'm thinking it's probably cayenne. Maybe a habanero. Probably not anything higher than that. Heat is very, very, very low. So I have some toasted double fiber bread here. I've switched up a little bit from muffins. Got to give them a little bit of a break. Got to trying to watch the old fiber. Trying to switch things up. Something new. Well, not new, but something, you know, not regular. And so I've been doing my peanut butter and honey business with the with this double fiber bread. Which winds up being my breakfast a lot of times. Sometimes I will use this as a pre-workout snack as well. Sometimes I'll have it with like a protein shake or something also. Just depends. That I'm a bit thick. I like to give it a little bit of time to soak into the bread. Mainly because I don't want honey everywhere. This has got some sort of darker areas, lighter areas. There are some particulates you can see right there at the top. I'm not sure what those are though. It might be peppers. It could be something to do with the raw honey itself. I'm not sure. Where's this out of? This is from, Florida. Well, you know, bees love plants and plants love humidity. Florida has plenty of that. This is toasted, as you can see. My toaster is not super even. What's kind of entertaining is the element is actually towards the bottom of the toaster. What's kind of interesting here is that this honey is not really forceful enough to stand up to the peanut butter. So you kind of are left with a vague sort of sweetness. Which complements the peanut butter pretty well. Yeah, it's it is more or less in line with what I hope for with hot honeys, wherein it is more of a honey than, like very, very pepper forward. I want honeys to taste like honey. This one definitely does. One of the reasons I let it sit, if you give it a little bit of time, you'll get these honey saturated bread areas. It's not overly sweet. Sometimes you'll get honeys that are cloying. Sometimes companies will put extenders in their honey, like sugars or high fructose corn syrup. None of that going on here. Very nice. Yeah. As far as a good honey flavored honey, it's right there. And if I can have my preference, it's always for raw honey versus processed. Well, versus pasteurized, I guess I should say. I don't want the bee parts in my honey if I can avoid it. Okay. Yeah, with the exception of ice cream, grilled veggies, pizza, chicken. It says ribs. I don't think I would actually. I don't think I would want to do that. Cheese, yeah, I mean, cheese and honey is good. Yeah, it's a very interesting product. I think that their approach here is you know, people do that on their label all the time. Just throw everything on there. You know, use it on everything. Everything. Doesn't matter what it is. Need some floor wax, use it there. On a steak? Yeah, throw it on a steak. Honey does work on a lot of things, though, to be fair. You know, I'll give it that. So, as a honey, it's a very good honey. Now, here's the other side, though. They're not marketing it as a very good honey. They're calling it a hot honey, which implies a certain level of heat, which is not present here. This is not a particularly hot honey anything. There is a very slight sort of prickliness to it. There is some sort of pepper in here, but it is a very mild one. This is not, I'm not even giving this a default one. It is hot honey in name alone, I guess. There's, I'm not sure which pepper, like I said, there's, I mean, in Florida, they can have their pick of anything, but, you know, maybe cayenne, maybe Scotch bonnet, maybe habanero. I would guess those last two would probably be on the label somewhere if that was the case. So I'm assuming something like just cayenne. I didn't look real far into it. Because sometimes that information is hard to find out. Oh, this is, look at the bottom of this. Look where the bubble is. So we actually have this part here is almost entirely solid. Look at that, that's wild. So I'll have to be fishing that out with a knife, I imagine. But I mean, I'm sure that's part and parcel of our raw honey as well. And it's not as though I expect the raw honeys to act like a pasteurized one, for sure. So I think this is fine. If you want to have a healthier honey like a raw honey, this is, I think, as good of a choice as any of those out there. If you want it to also be hot, it is not that. Very good tasting, yes. But the heat is borderline non-existent. So a little disappointing on that front, but I did like the flavor there. So that part was good. Obviously, I'll have no problem using this up. But that's always the case with hot honeys, is you never quite know how far they're going to go with that. And this one didn't go particularly far at all. So we'll just leave it right there. So that was the Honey Feast Hot Honey. Number 4. In peace. To serve the flame.